deworming. I'm looking at sign on the ground. Seasonal deworming is important, and it's because we are following the life cycle of the parasites. Now, some animals have a better, here's a big word for you, symbiotic relationship with their parasites. That means that they don't get overloaded with parasites, but they can live with the ones that they have on board. They are strong enough, they are resilient enough, and their own immune systems and bodies are able to ward off, get rid of the number that is too big for them. Big word. When we have animals that get chiropractic, we find that they have a better symbiotic relationship with their parasites. They are healthier. They don't attract as many parasites. They don't go through parasite overload when they're stressed as much. The converse of that is we do see that, and I think this happens more in goat herds than it probably does in sheep herds, but we'll see a lot of, goat owners who, they just have too many goats for the area, the amount of space that they're letting the goats live in. We just got back from the homestead conference, and lots of people there talking about having a 5-acre or a 10-acre or a 20-acre plot of land and turning that into a homestead or a farm. And I'm all for it, except for when we overload the soil. And when we overload the soil, then actually the soil itself becomes more infected with parasites. The soil can't manage the parasite load. And so guess who gets the parasites? The animals that are grazing on it. So it's not unusual for us to see goat herds where there are just too many goats on a piece of property. And goats, they're pretty aggressive at shaving off the plant life and reducing, and this is a new term to me, reducing the solar panels of that soil. So grass, think of that, and I term grass, anything, any plant, is basically a solar panel for light. It's taking in carbon, it's putting that down into the soil, and it's making roots so that it can manage the mineral content in the soil. It was pretty interesting to be there among people who think that, like I do, that we are a part of this ecosystem. We're a part of the environment. We don't just live in it. We are an actual contributor to it. We're a part of it, and we make it change. And we can help it be healthier when we manage our animals appropriately. Now, that said, sometimes we have to help these animals. If they have too high a burden of parasites for them to thrive and survive, then occasionally we have to give them something that helps them to manage the load of parasites. What can you give them? Oh, there's all these natural products that blah blah. Diatomaceous earth is one that comes to mind, which is not poisonous per se, but it is not your best choice. And so, yes, we do resort to some anthelmintics. So anthelmintics, another big word, which means drugs that affect or reduce the parasite load in your animals. And there are some that are better than others. Now, ivermectin's been on everybody's watch list the last couple years because it is an amazing, the word is anthelmicide. It kills those parasites. And so there's parasiticide, which is ivermectin, which kill parasites, all of them. And then there are antiparasitics, which reduce parasites, but they don't kill them all off. And so you have to be judicious about which one you're going to choose. There are some that stay in the gut of the animal. They don't systemically go through the whole animal. And those include things like fenbendazole and pyrantyl pamoate. Sorry, these are some big words. The drug names are Panicure and Strongid. And those are the shelf names that you'll find. But I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, guys, I gotta go. It's been great seeing you, and we'll talk soon.